Well, when we start the film, Burke has become just overrun by dragons, and they're having, a wonderful symbiotic life with the humans of Burke, but there's just no room for anyone left. And Hiccup and Astrid and all the other dragon riders have taken on the charge to rescue dragons, and this is why they have so many dragons, because they've rescued so many and brought them back. I think that girls and boys alike love Astrid because of her spirit, her sort of warrior spirit. She's not hesitant about her skills and her power, and she just goes for whatever it is that she wants. And she's also, she's self-determined. She knows what she cares about, she knows what her strengths are, and she's unapologetic about them. And I think it's incredible for young girls and boys to see a female character like that in a film like this. The action sequences are incredible and so much fun, and just the amount of action that's going on at any one given time is overwhelming. To think that in the very first Dragon movie, they couldn't put more than 8 dragons on the screen at one time. That was, I don't even know how many years ago that's what the technology allowed. And now there's one scene in the film where there are over 65,000 dragons that you're seeing at the same time. It's mind-blowing and stunning and beautiful. And the technology has grown so much since we started this trilogy that as the series has grown, everything's grown, and the capabilities to depict this world have grown, and it's just beautiful. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this part, but when we finally do see the hidden world, when we come into the ultimate dragon's nest, it's just jaw-dropping. Well, you see so many new dragons in this film. The most important one in this movie is the new Light Fury. It's a dragon that Grimmel has in captivity, and it's essentially a Night Fury, but it's a female, and she's all white instead of all black like Toothless. And she's really majestic and sort of this really magical creature. They all are, but there's something about her that's super ethereal, and I think the references for her and all the drawing and all the animation was, cat-like qualities, lion-like qualities, and that really comes through because she's so elegant. And you think Toothless is elegant until you put him next to her, and then he seems like a bull in a china shop. It changes everything when Toothless sees the Light Fury. His relationship, she's very wild and not domesticated at all. So she doesn't trust humans, and she doesn't trust Hiccup. And this world that Toothless has been tied to is so foreign to her, and she wants nothing to do with it. And so for Toothless to woo her and to be able to be with her, he has to come away from the safety of what he knows with Hiccup and the human world. And that means Hiccup has to let Toothless go, and he builds him a tail that allows him to fly on his own, which up until then, Toothless needed Hiccup to fly. And now Hiccup is allowing Toothless to fly without him, which is like the perfect metaphor for letting go of something you love to let it fly and be its full self. The core of the films have been love and all the ways that we love, and sacrifice, and what we're willing to sacrifice to give more dignity to others. And also it's been about facing fear and facing real darkness, real enemies, real hate, real threat. And those things are hard to talk about in the real world when we talk about them in the context of a world that we've created, it becomes so much simpler to reconnect to what's right and what's wrong, and what the right thing to do is, and that answer is almost always choosing love and choosing to be the best version of yourself, even when it's the hard thing to do.
Hey there, here's today's Daily Fact. Now, the girl who voiced Boo in Monsters Inc. was an actual toddler. Mary Gibbs, who's now in her early 20s, was just a toddler when she provided the voice of Boo in Monsters Inc. Her father was a storyboard artist on the movie, and to capture her lines, the crew just followed her around with a microphone and edited her babbling into something usable. Remember, click here below to subscribe, or over here for more great content.